bit different, on the floor. You don't see your likes of Gezi Price. He's not running around the stage on the floor. He's just getting his darts at the floor. But sorry for the guys. Wayne Warren's world champion. He should be having the best year of his life. Probably having the worst year of his life. My main aim is to sort of be in the top 64 after 2 years. So, and hopefully progress and earn a tidy living from it. So.
We leven nog steeds in een wereld waar het coronavirus ons doen en laten beheerst. Het dartcircuit ligt stil, wat invloed heeft op een paar beloftes op PDC-circuit. Onder wie spelers die nog maar een half jaar een tourkaart hebben. Zoals de current number 108 of the world, the Welshman Nick Kenny. Nick, good to see you.
Hello Olaf, how are you?
How about you?
Yeah, really good. Looking forward to getting back to a bit of darts next month in July in Milton Keynes.
Imagine winning a tour card only 6 months ago and not playing darts at all now.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? We had a fair few tournaments before we started, but yeah, it's been really weird. Obviously for the whole world, everyone on lockdown and not being able to go to the pubs and clubs. I've been working. I've been fortunate to be working, but obviously it's a life-changing thing for a lot of people. We had the home tour. That was a success. We managed to play online and that went quite well. But we want to be back to normal, to be honest.
Take us back to Q School in January. When did you decide to make the switch from BDO to PDC?
I'd always wanted to play in the World Cup. So WDF World Cup. I played in the Europe Cup twice. They didn't send a team to Japan a few years ago. I'd probably gone there, but I always thought, I've one more go at the World Championships, which didn't go down too well. I lost obviously to Denny Older Carter, but as soon as I got to the World Cup, I thought I'm going to try Q School, and obviously the state of the BDO, I was, to every guarantee that I was going to get in. There's a lot of good players that didn't get a card, but I knew that, playing consistent like I did for a lot of 2019, I'd have a chance, and I managed, the last day, on the Saturday night, I was thinking about the BDO and the WDF going forward because it was just not happening for me. But, one of them days where everything clicks, and I'm pleased it happened now, and I'm not looking back. I don't regret it. I'm pleased to be in the PDC, and hopefully I'll be in there for many years to come.
Yeah, at the age of 17, you already played PDC Development Tour. 2 years later, you decided to play BDO for 8 straight years. How is it for you to see that the BDO is having such a hard time now with money problems?
I feel really sorry for the guys. Wayne Warren's world champion. He should be having the best year of his life. He's probably having the worst year of his life. Be out there, celebrating, sharing, the trophy. I've got a good faith in the WDF. Nick Rolls and Richard Ashdown and what they'll bring forward. But as far as the BDO, everyone loves the BDO. It's where everyone starts. 99% of people start in the BDO. It's just time. It was the right time for me to get out from there, really. And I do feel sorry for them left behind, but that's a part of life. And I just hope that I wish them all the success. But I just hope for my friends in the BDO that things, well, BDO now it's not going to be a BDO. It's going to be WDF in my opinion. But I just hope that they get something where they could be regularly on TV events or a few majors and everything. It's got a streamlined process where they have opportunities. So I just hope, hopefully, the future's bright for them.
Yeah, were the problems at the BDO also one of the reasons you decided to join the PDC?
Yeah, I would have. It was always just having a crack at Q School. A few years ago, if you went to Q School, so I just, if I get in, I get in. If not, I drop back into the WDF or BDO, and I was number 3 maybe in the BDO, and I was number 1 in the WDF. And looking at the rankings a few weeks ago, I've only just gone off the top of the WDF rankings, in fairness. So I would have been, that was my best achievement in 2019 to finish world number 1. No, I didn't go because of the state of the BDO. I went because I think I'm ready now. And to be fair, I could feel my game getting better again. So it's definitely the right move.
Yeah, now you are at the PDC. Happy?
Yeah, very happy. Um, you know, it's obviously I'm still learning. I'm still getting used to the change. You know, and different. You know, obviously a lot of it is spent in Barnsley and Wigan. But obviously it's a change for me, and life's going to change a bit now, and I've really got to dig deep and put the hard work in a bit more to try and build the rankings, and my main aim is to sort of be in the top 64 after 2 years, so and hopefully progress and earn a tidy living from it. So
What were your first experiences in the PDC circuit?
Well, I had a good first tournament, in fairness. My manager said to me, all I wanted to do this weekend, the first weekend in Barnsley, so I just want you to win one game. There's no expectations, just win one game. That's all we want you to do. And I went, I think I played Kirk Shepherd the first game, a very, very good game. Won my group, beating Josh Payne and Ryan Meikle, and I lost to Joe Cullen, and I didn't really play very well, but I picked up £1,000, is it?
1,500 or something, yeah.
1,500 the first tournament, and beyond anyone's expectations of me first time. Obviously I think I'm good enough. He's a newbie, he's the new kid, and I've done well the first weekend. I managed to play Peter Wright on the second day after winning my first round, so it was a good start. I was very disappointed with my performance in the UK Open. It was rubbish, to be honest.
Last 128 you lost.
Yeah, I lost in my first game. I think it was round 2, because I managed to pick up a few pounds, which got me into round 2. But I just didn't perform. It's one of those things.
In your first official PDC tournament, you reached the last 16, and you managed the same in Wigan. Should other players watch out for you?
I like to think so. And to be fair, I had 3 darts at tops to beat Ratowski, and then Ratowski went on to win the tournament. I was playing really well. I lost for 100 average. Every game is different, but I was, the best player I beat that day was Johnny Clayton, and he's in the top 16. Really, really, really good game with Christoph, and he had 105 average, so it wasn't like he wasn't firing on all cylinders himself. I've sort of gone strike for strike with him for 11 legs, and I had my chance to win. And again, that's going to be down to experience next time round. Hopefully, I'll nail the double. I missed the double top by a mile. I hit a big 5, and I wired double 16 then. It could have been a lot different, and I could have progressed and maybe got to a semi-final, final, or even may have won one. But it's just all experience. But yeah, I'd like to think people are sort of being made aware, how well I'm doing, and I'm a newbie on the tour, and I'm no easy game. I just like to show how good I am and see how it goes.
Yeah, and then came the coronavirus. You played your last official game on the 15th of March, less than 2 months after you got your tour card. How did COVID-19 affect your career?
I don't really know the answer to that question yet. So I've been practicing. The practice is going really well. You just have to wait. I don't know how it's going to affect my career going forward. It might be it might be really good. It might not be so good, but hopefully, I've kept practicing, and when we go back, in July, I'm ready to go, and I'm firing on all cylinders, and hopefully, progress up them rankings. But,
and then more than a month ago, the PDC introduced the Unibet home tour, like you said before. How did it feel to play again, but from your own living room?
It was in my bedroom, it was.
In your bedroom.
Very, very strange, the place I grew up playing darts, learning, and I'm playing against, Gary Anderson, one of the best players to ever live, streaming to the world. You can't ask them all now, really. It's just brilliant. Buzzing to even played him, or even, met him this year,
Were you saying at the beginning you were a big guy at the BDO and a small guy now?
Yeah. I was world number 1. I was, before I broke my foot at the World Cup, I was probably the best at the BDO, most consistent from the end of the summer, from the start of August, where I picked up the Belgium Open and the French Open, a final in Chelsea against in September. went to the World Cup. You know, I broke my foot after it, but we managed to win the World Cup team event. But I should probably won the World Cup singles, which would have been really good. And then when I broke my foot, even in the boot, I went to Italy and I managed to get my world #1 spot. And so, I was one of the, you know, probably the best one at the end of last year. And that's what the disappointment was with the World Championships then. But obviously, I'd taken the boot off. You know, I had they call it a moon boot, you know, a supportive boot for my foot because it was broke. And I didn't really have the right preparation, and thankfully, you know, 2 weeks later, my foot was a bit better, and my darts all went the way they should in Wigan.
You're looking forward to play in the new PDC Summer Series?
Yeah. I had a chat yesterday with my manager about, you know, what will happen, and you know, we'll be sort of locked down ourselves, and sort of, I don't know if, you know, the you know, European and the American players will be able to come across, and there's still sort of things they're worrying about. You know, can they come over? Will they have to quarantine? But yeah, you know, I'm going to be available. I'll be able to get there and, you know, give myself the best opportunity to, as long as I'm fit and well, to play in it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You've got some friends now on the circuit?
Yeah, well, to be fair, I bother with the Welsh lads, John Worsley, Barry Bates, and to be fair, Gezi Price has been brilliant. Since I've joined the PDC. I've known them, you know, before I joined, and they've been really good. And you know, we have a laugh, and it's just a relax then, and you know, you're in a good mindset then to play your matches if you're in a good environment. And also young Bradley Brooks, you know, I'm good mates with him on the tour. And, you know, we sit together, or, you know, we go and play snooker in the evenings or whatever. And also Dave Chisnall, he's been very welcoming. In the tour, so I'm really, you know, we go and play snooker in the old Rileys, we call it, up in Barnsley, and you know, just have a chill out. It's good.
Also have some players you hate to play against at the moment?
I wouldn't say the word hate. I'm not a fan of a really methodical slow player, because I like to have a rhythm. That, you know, and try your best against slow players. On the floor, you know, it'd be a bit different. You know, on the floor, you don't see your likes of Gezi Price. You know, he's not running around the stage on the floor. He's just getting his darts at the ball. But you know, that's what I mean. With Butlins, it was a bit different, because obviously we're on a stage. You know, I lost to Bradley, and he's giving it the beans and the muscles, and you know, I didn't really expect that. But it's just all down to experience.
Ready to play the world #1 when you get a chance to it?
Yeah, I played Michael. I played him back in the youth tour.
How is it to see that people at the circuit now?
But that's my dad always said to me. He said, "Well, you beating these players?" Because I first 3 or 4 times I beat Benito, and then he started beating me when we was on the youth tour, and I won a couple of development tours. And I've got a good record against Dimitri. And he said, "Well, these are doing really well in the PDC. You should be doing that as well." I said, "Well, it will come." But you know, I'd done my trade in the BDO and done quite well. I had some success, and it's good now. It's turned into a young man's game, really. There's a lot of youngsters who are really talented in terms of darts. I know that a lot of people's success comes in their late 30s and 40s. If you look at like Gary Anderson, you know, late 30s, you know, in all of his 40s, he's been very successful. So, you know, hopefully, you know, I know Michael Van Gerwen is a bit of a freak when it comes to age, because he's, you know, he's winning everything in his 20s, which is quite rare in darts. But you know, hopefully I can you know, do my best and see how it goes. But yeah, I'd like to play Michael again. You know, I'd thrive on it, to be fair.
I want to thank you for talking to us. I hope you experienced it well, and stay safe, of course.
No problem at all. I've enjoyed speaking to you, Ola. Very much. Take it easy.
Thank you very much, Ida. Hey,
Good night,
bye.
mate. Bye.